I made $1.1 million my first year in junk removal, and I started with only $4,000. Keep watching if you want to learn how. What's up, guys? My name's Andrew. I'm a software engineer, a serial entrepreneur, and an ex-junk removal business owner. I started a junk removal business as a stepping stone to return to my passion of technology and apps. I invite you guys to stick around, hang out, follow me on my journey from recently selling my junk removal business to building a $1 billion home services app, and that is true. Yes, I know the intro was a little clickbaity, but it also isn't. I did make 1.1 million, but it was actually within the first 14 months. But within 2 years and 4 months of being in business, I generated $2.2 million gross with margins of 25%. And then I sold my business for $225,000. Of course, I had to pay Uncle Sam. So that means from junk removal, after all of the operating expenses, after all employee expenses, after all advertising expenses, after all insurance, after everything, from the $2.2 million and then selling my company for $225,000, there was brokerage fees on the $225,000 sale, I made $750,000. And yes, I filed it on my tax returns. I showed my tax returns on previous videos. I'll show my tax returns right now. But I really wanted to try a different style hook to kind of get the attention and really talk about how to start a junk removal business and how I did it. Why don't we just jump into a little bit of my story, and then you guys can skip this and you can skip here if you want to get to the meat and potatoes of the video, but I figured I'll just tell you a little bit about my story. The intro was not clickbait. I did start with $4,000 and I generated 1.1 million my first year. Prior to me starting a junk removal business, I was working on travel software during COVID. During COVID, like most of us, our lives got flipped upside down. I was working on a travel app. We had investors and everything, and it was destroyed because of COVID. Because the whole point of my travel app was to travel around the world with your friends. You couldn't hang out with family, you couldn't hang out with friends, you had to stay in your house, you couldn't travel. You get the point. So my intentions were to go back to Gypsy, but as you guys know, COVID screwed that up. I needed to make money right away. I had a second kid on the way, and I was exhausted from coding. I was bummed out that Gypsy failed. One of my friends had a junk removal company. He was like, Andrew, if you're willing to put your ego to the side, you can make some amazing money in junk removal. I YouTubed it, just like everybody does. I went and checked on YouTube and I saw the classic Matt and JoJo videos, Steve Conroy videos, and I binged Steve Conroy and I binged Matt and JoJo, how to make $1,000 a day. And I did it. I put everything into it. I started with $4,000 and I went to Google Ads by month 2. And if you guys didn't know, I do have a tech background. I'm a software engineer. I've ran ads before in the past. I build websites. So I did have a lot of leverage as far as the digital side, making a digital footprint and being able to get myself out there. I branded myself very well. By the end of the first month, going into the second month, I think it was at like 500 a day. Then I started running Google ads. Next thing you know, I'm at $1,000 a day. Yes, these are gross numbers, but the margins are high. The profits are high when it's just you on the truck, even if you're running Google ads. If you're running them right. And then $2,000 a day, $3,000 a day, $5,000 a day. My highest day was almost 10 grand. My highest month was $143,000. And that was how I got into junk removal. That's what started it. It changed my life, guys. It got me where I am. I think it humbled me. It made me a better person. It shaped me, and I learned a lot from it. Let's dive into the meat and potatoes of the video. What is junk removal? Junk removal is probably one of the highest ROI that I know of as far as unskilled trades go. And by unskilled trades, I mean, as far as blue collar goes, you guys know plumbing, electrical, HVAC, garage door repair, all of that stuff. Those usually require skills, licenses of some sort to learn. Unskilled trades, moving, cleaning, power washing, gutter cleaning, roof cleaning, window washing, auto detailing. Point is, as far as unskilled trades go, junk removal seemed like the easiest, and it is the easiest. Running a junk removal business is hard, but the junk removal service itself, easy. Going into somebody's house, getting some heavy furniture and being a big strong man, count me in. People got to get rid of crap out of their basement, their attic, The city's not gonna go into their basement or their attic and take the stuff out, their yard debris, or people, unfortunately, they do pass away, they leave things behind. People leave apartments wrecked and the apartment complex needs to hire somebody to come get that stuff out. They call junk removal companies. Junk removal, they say it's recession proof, and it is, because there will always be trash. Trash companies do not go into your house and get rid of the trash. Trash companies do offer bulky item pickups once or twice a year, but you have to take your items to the curb. They will never go into somebody's nursing home and clear out the crap from the nursing home. They won't go clear out a storage unit. They won't go clear out a basement. So there's always going to be a need for junk removal. People just want to get rid of old furniture. They don't have the time to sell it. This is very common. They literally get rid of it, hundreds to thousands of dollars of furniture that you can resell and make money and get paid to take it. So junk removal, it's a great business. How much can you make? Probably the most important question, right? A load. No, I'm just kidding. To shoot it straight right now, one truck running full time can make up to $500,000 gross. But remember what we said earlier, if you're on the truck and you're doing the work, you could be at a 50% profit margin or higher. Now, that's in LA. Both of my trucks, I had one truck in LA, one truck in Ventura County, which is outside of LA. Both trucks made a $500,000 each. In places like Wisconsin, or a lower cost of living, the average nationwide is $300,000 per truck running full time. And higher cost of living places, you'll make more. If each truck can make 300 to 500K gross, and your margins are 50% or higher, that's some really good money. Now, the average job size for junk removal nationwide is $400. When you're first starting, you're not gonna be that good at pricing, so it might be a little bit lower. You'll be in the $250 to $350 average job size. But as you get better, you want to strive for the $500 average job size, and that's going and getting some junk, putting it in the back of your truck, and then going and disposing of it at the landfill or reselling it, scrapping it. We'll talk about that later, but you can make some serious good money, and your dump fees are only, depending on where you're at, for that $500 could be anywhere from 10 to $100 to get rid of it. And then the $10 in gas, $20 in gas, depending on how much driving you did. You're gonna have your fixed expenses, of course, but as far as the actual expenses related to the service itself, the COGS, the cost of goods sold, the dump fees, and the gas. So if you're on the truck, guys, you can make some seriously good money. I have broken this down into the 5 problems you must solve. Problem number 1, what trucks do we get? What truck do we start with? Problem number 2, what equipment do we need to start? Problem number 3, how do we price? Probably the most common question. Problem number 4, where do we get leads? And problem number 5, what do we do with this stuff? Yes, you probably know we take it to the landfill, but there's actually a lot more to it that's going to help your business strive. All right, guys, problem number 1, what truck do we start with? This is a very common question because a lot of people are confused on what they start with. Well, I'm gonna show you guys your options. Option number 1, classic pickup truck. A lot of people ask, can you start with a pickup truck? Absolutely. If you get a big job and you can't fit everything into a pickup truck, you just go to Home Depot, U-Haul, Penske, and you rent a bigger truck. But I suggest you start here, get your feet wet before buying more expensive equipment. But even better than a pickup truck, guys, is option number 2, a modified pickup truck with sidewalls that you can build out very easily, and you can increase or double the volume of space that you have in your pickup truck. This is what I would suggest if you already have a pickup truck and you just want to get your feet wet. Option number 3, pickup truck and a trailer. You have 2 types of trailers. You have utility trailers, which don't do the dumping. As you can see, this is a pickup truck with a dump trailer. First option is a utility trailer. So if you have a pickup truck, you can get a small utility trailer. If the utility trailer has small sidewalls, you can build your walls higher. You want to have 4-foot walls on your trailers because that's just the best height to have to be able to put furniture in and things just don't fall out. You don't have to worry about ratchet straps. Trust me, you want 4 feet. You don't need to go for 5 feet. 4 feet's all you need. Fourth is pickup truck and a dump trailer. You can get dump trailers for $150 a month, a $8,000 dump trailer, put $800 down and finance it. When you have decided you're gonna get into this business and you're committed, I suggest going to a dump trailer next. If option number 3 was a utility trailer and option number 4 was a dump trailer, option number 5 is a box truck. Ignore the refrigeration unit right there. It's a great way to go if you can get a good deal and you don't mind hand unloading, but generally speaking, if you're gonna go for a box truck, I would almost recommend the next option. Unless you can get a really good deal on a box truck, it's a great place to start. Plus, you have the added benefit, if you're in a slower state during the winters, you can do moving jobs. So box trucks are great, but if you're gonna stick to just junk removal, I take the dump trailer and pickup truck over a box truck. Last but not least, option number 6, and my favorite, dump truck. The dump truck is what we're all striving to go for. This is the big daddy. This is the big cojones. This is the creme de la creme. You do not want to start with a dump truck unless you got lots of money in your bank and you are committed and you got money to run ads, you got money to go all in, or unless you find an insanely sick deal for like $15,000, $20,000 and you checked it and it's running well. But I would strongly suggest never starting here, because commercial insurance is very expensive on box trucks and you're forced to get commercial insurance, and commercial insurance is expensive, which is why I always suggest starting here. You can get away with personal insurance even with the dump trailer. That's kind of a gray area. We're not gonna talk about that. Yes, you should have commercial insurance, but nobody ever does it when they first start. It's for another video. But these are your guys' 6 options. And if you wanna dive deeper into these options, just go look up my channel. Those are the trucks that you can start with. You heard my advice, start here and here, work your way here, and then try to get to here, okay? If you find an incredible deal, you can go here. Let's go to the next section, guys. Problem number 2, guys. What equipment and tools do you guys need? This is another common question. This is the simplest part of the entire business. There are a lot of tools you're eventually gonna need. These are the required tools that you should probably have, or it's gonna be very, very hard to do this job. Equipment item number 1. So this is called a dolly, but this one here is an appliance dolly. These are more expensive. You do not need the fancy appliance dolly. You just need a normal hand dolly. This is gonna make it very easy to get fridges out and just large items out. Having a hand dolly is a must. Item number 2, a flat dolly. These will save your life. You can literally tip anything onto these dollies and just roll them on out. You can put couches on there. This is another must that'll make your life easier. Item number 3, ratchet straps. Funny story, I didn't know how to use ratchet straps. These things were a nightmare for me because I was so confused. I went and watched a YouTube video how to use ratchet straps. Now that I've learned how to use ratchet straps and all these tools, I feel so manly. But guys, ratchet straps, especially if you have a pickup truck, sometimes you'll need to overload your truck and you can secure all kinds of things down. Ratchet straps are a must. Go watch the YouTube video if you're not good at them. Now, this is a bonus item. This is not a requirement. You can't do some jobs without it, and this just makes your life a lot easier, and that is a Sawzall. These things are badass. You can cut hot tubs, you can cut anything. You can cut through solid steel with certain blades. You can do incredible things with this. I've cut sofas in half. I have cut in dressers in half because the stairs were too tight to get down. It was like, it was just awkward, and I was by myself. That was the problem. So Sawzalls are awesome. There are so many other tools, guys. You need gloves. You wanna have power tools. Sometimes you can't disassemble it. You need to cut it in half. But a lot of people get like caught up on the tools that they need and they start freaking out because they don't know what they're gonna go into or what the job's gonna have. But all you guys need to get started is 1, 2, 3, okay? Don't overthink it. Get your pickup truck, 1, 2, 3, get the frig out there and make some money. Problem number 3, guys. All of these are common questions, but this is definitely the most common and the most confusing for most people because you run into so many different types of scenarios, and that is how to price. These are little trucks with how much space we're taking up in the truck. As you can see, this is using up a certain portion of the truck. Let's call it a quarter, okay? And then a half, and then an eighth, and then a sixth, and then a 7/8, and then a full load. Long story short, guys, you charge based on the volume or how much space their items take up in your truck. Whether you're filling it up this way, horizontally, or you're filling it up from the bottom vertically, it's like junk and debris and it piles up, you're gonna charge based on volume. So you're gonna look at the pile and you're gonna say, Sally Jones, this pile is probably gonna take up half a truck. This is my Ventura pricing sheet. So this was actually my trailer. My half a truckload on this one was $495. My full truckload was $795. Now, to find out these prices, you're gonna have to do market research. We're not gonna dive into that, but you can go watch other videos on how to price and break it down. But at the end of the day, guys, you charge based on space. That's it. There's exceptions, of course. Some people have hazardous chemicals and waste. Some people have extremely heavy stuff like gun safes, construction debris with like tons of concrete and giant piles of gravel and dirt. That's different. We're not talking about that right now. We're talking about junk. It's all based on space, guys. Do not overthink it. Just get out there, and with practice, you'll be able to look at any pile and know how much it's gonna fill up. It becomes an art. Don't overthink it, guys. That's how you price. Get out there and go kick ass and make that money. So problem number 4, guys, where to get leads. Pounding the pavement. So pounding the pavement, guys, is kind of the most common sense stuff. That's why I don't talk about it too much on my channel, although I do have some really good videos on pounding the pavement. But this is going to be in-person sales, door hangers, gift baskets, yard signs, networking events, Chamber of Commerce, BNI, and just going out there and networking with people. If you just go to my channel, I do have a lot of information on what I would do, like as far as gift baskets and yard signs. I do have a lot of techniques, but we're not gonna dive into it here. Where to get leads. This is a common question, but this is actually the most difficult part of any business. Let's talk about the king of all kings, Google. So there's obviously Google search and Google ads. Right now we're talking about Google ads. When you go pound the pavement and you're putting out yard signs and you're doing door hangers, that'll keep you busy in the short term, the now. When you master Google ads, this will forever be a river that's flowing of leads to you. That's it. You can turn these on and it runs forever. It's a never-ending river of business. However, it is the most complicated, it is the most expensive, it is the hardest. My entire business ran off Google ads. I did 1.1 million from Google ads alone. Google ads is what you strive for, but you do this at the end. You cannot start here unless you're sitting with $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 in the bank. I would not suggest touching Google ads unless you're in a very, very, very small population area. Another Big Daddy King Big Daddy, Facebook. Facebook ads are incredible, but they're different. Google ads, people are actively searching for. High intent, people are actively searching for, I need to get rid of stuff. I need a lawyer. I need a doctor. I need junk removal. So these people are in the buying position now, today. These are instantaneous. Facebook is passive. You have people just browsing on Facebook. They're not searching, they're not looking for ads. So these are not gonna be hot leads like this. They're not intentionally looking, but Facebook is so powerful because you can reach so many people at such a low cost per lead compared to Google ads. So you can run your junk removal ads on Facebook and reach thousands of people at such a low cost. The difference is they're not looking for it. You're reminding them, you know, some 40-year-old lady might be, or 50-year-old man might be like, oh shit, I need to get rid of some junk. They click your ad, they message you. So they're not necessarily hot. They're coldish warm. It's your job to nurture them and convert them. So this takes a little more work. It's cheaper, but when you master this and set up automations, it's so effective. And we're gonna talk about that in my 4-month mentoring program. You can check that in the description down below. But these two, the kings, you have to master these. This you can actually run very cheap. So you can start this today, tomorrow, 10 bucks. You can honestly run Facebook ads at $5 a day and still get results. I recommend $10 a day. It's 300 bucks a month. It's killer. Okay. Now, can we call this the queen? Not a king, not a queen. I don't know what we call this one, but it's Yelp. Yelp is a tricky one because they're high intent. They're looking. They need a barber. They need junk removal, but they're also a freaking lead gen semi-scammer. Here's how Yelp works. If you advertise on Yelp and then so-and-so finds your business through an ad or even just finds you on Yelp, Yelp sells that lead to 3 other people or more. Even though you're paying for the ad, Yelp sells it to more people. So then it becomes a fight. It's you fighting for the customer against 3 other people, which what happens when you fight for a customer, especially when it's junk removal, there's no skill involved. What do they care about the most? If there's no skill involved, it's a race to the bottom of price. That is the one thing that sucks about Yelp, but once you do master Yelp and you get it set up with a virtual assistant to respond to everything for you and you're on top of it, Yelp is very powerful. I didn't run Yelp for too long because I mastered these two. I don't have a picture of him, but he's creeping his way back into the world. Good old Microsoft Bing. So if you can imagine, you know what? Bing. You definitely want to advertise on there as well. So start here, dabble here, give it a shot, go here, get here last when you got some money in the bank. If you want me to break down all this stuff, just go browse my channel. Some honorable mentions, it would be, of course, you guys, we've talked about SEO. You got to do SEO. Don't forget about search engine optimization. Let me just put that in here. And GBP, hold on, let's just get this in here. Google Business Profile. This is ranking your business on the maps when people are looking for businesses. That is where to get leads, guys. Lead gen apps. This is a tricky one, only because some of them sell the leads to multiple people. For example, Thumbtack and Yelp charge you and sell the lead to 3 to 5 other companies, Yelp even more sometimes. So you're really fighting for these leads, but there's other lead gen apps such as Junk Gurus, Go Load Up, Get Dimension, and Check Sammy. So those ones I don't think sell your leads to other people. They'll send it to just you and you get the job. Those ones are good if you don't have any jobs. I suggest signing up on all of them. Be careful with Thumbtack and Yelp though. Yelp and Thumbtack can be very dangerous, especially Thumbtack if you don't know what you're doing. I have videos on this in my course. Go get my course right here. The other 4 that don't sell your leads to multiple people, you're gonna get a lower pay. Right? They're gonna take a cut, they're a middleman. Eventually you don't want to run off of these, but they're good to start. There's a lot of apps out there, lead gen apps that can bring you business when you're first starting. You really wanna do everything you can until you really master your marketing channels, and we'll talk about that more, and I talk very deep on this on my channel. But lead gen apps are a great place to just get some business and get your feet wet. All right guys, last but not least, what do you do with the stuff? This is a great question. You might just think, get rid of it and throw it away. Wrong. Let's start with number 1, the landfill. It might be kind of a shitty image, but this is trash and this is a landfill. You take it here. You have the landfill and you have transfer stations. Transfer stations generally kind of sort it and then they take some of it to the landfill. They'll go recycle some of it. That's where you take it to get rid of it, and you pay usually per ton. In Ventura County, it's $65 per ton to get rid of trash. In LA, it's anywhere from 90 to 150 per ton, depending on where you go, which transfer station, to get rid of it. So a ton, 2,000 pounds. So think about it. You can fill up an entire dump truck with 2,000 pounds of trash and get rid of it for $65 in Ventura. And I charge $800 a full load. So you do the math, 800, and it's usually less than a ton. I only go pay $65 to get rid of it. That's a lot of money. If you're a good person and a good Samaritan and you're trying to be a member of this community, obviously we're trying to avoid the landfill because landfills are bad. We want to try to repurpose, recycle, and all that stuff, and we're going to get into that. Number 2 is scrap. Scrap recycling is amazing. You can make some serious money. What a lot of us do is we sort the crap from the scrap. Mostly all metals you can take to the scrap and they'll pay you. This happened to me quite a few times. I got paid to take an entire truckload of filing cabinets. In LA, I charged $1,200 in full load. In Ventura, it's $800. They paid me $1,200 to get rid of the filing cabinets. I took the filing cabinets to the scrap yard and they paid me $200. You do the math. The gas was maybe $20. I made $1,380 from one job. Number 3, donation centers. Now, a lot of people are kind of like anti-Goodwill because it's like for profit, so you can find better donation centers like Habitat for Humanity or the Salvation Army, and just find local donation centers that have good causes. But the point is, donating is a good thing to do. It then also takes stuff out of your truck so you don't pay more money to get rid of it. I've had an entire load of decently good furniture, went to Goodwill, unloaded it all, got paid $1,000 to take the furniture away, and gave it away for free, and I had 0 dump fees. Landfill's your last resort. You wanna scrap what you can, donate what you can, but then this is where the magic happens with number 4. Reselling. You would be blown away by how many trinkets you'll get, little things like, even if it's a coffee mug, it will sell on eBay for $5 to $10. Furniture, you can flip and resell. You can resell almost everything that's in decent condition. Any hat, any piece of clothing, you can resell it on eBay. And I know a guy, he did $1 million in sales from junk removal. And then from his junk removal sales, he did, I think, about $100,000 in reselling alone. And I don't remember how much he did in scrap, but reselling. So if you have a house that you can store stuff, or you want to get a storage unit and do garage sales, list it on eBay, and then reselling on Facebook Marketplace and offer up, you can make some serious cash reselling. But got one bonus one. Repurpose, reuse. If you can repurpose it and reuse it for yourself or for somebody else, take something, be creative with it, or maybe you just want to use it yourself, try to do that. Because repurposing and reusing keeps it out of landfill. Recycling, scrap metal, keeps it out of landfill. Donating helps other people, keeps it out of the landfill. Reselling it, keeps it out of the landfill, makes you money, and also helps the other person buying it. You get the idea. Those are like the 5 R's: repurpose, reuse, recycle, resell, refuse, okay? And donate, so that throws it off, but you do this, guys. You will make money. These are the broad strokes and the high level overview of how junk removal works and how to do junk removal. I hope you guys learned a lot. Those are the 5 problems that we have to solve and figure out to running a junk removal business. So get out there, help the environment, make some money, come back to me and let me know if it worked. Comment down below. For the algorithm, I really want to confuse everybody. I would like for you guys to put 3 eggplant emojis in the comments down below just to mess with everybody. And everybody's like, what the hell? Why is there 3 eggplant emojis? Let's keep moving on with the video. Now, guys, is something a little different. What's changed in the last 3 years? Because a lot has changed in the junk removal industry. In the last 3 years, a lot of new competitors have come into this business, and competition is nothing new. A lot of people are like, everything's competitive. A lot of people in the Facebook groups are like, restaurants are competitive, gas stations are competitive. There is a drastic difference when it comes to competition in this space because we're all competing for the same customers, but restaurants have people who eat 5 times a day. People are sharing how to do remote cleaning businesses. People are showing you how to start landscaping businesses. Mike Andes from his landscaping channel, he's at 200,000 subscribers. There's a lot of people pushing blue collar. So everything's competitive. Our competition is different because we have customers who use you once a year, once every 3 years. Yes, there's repeat customers, but those are the exception, not the rule. It's more common than not than people use you one time in this business. And now influencers like myself coming and talking about how to make $1,000 a day, how to make $1 million of junk removal. I know that's the title of my video, but I actually made 1.1 million my first year. And that's the thing, that's nothing new. We all know everybody shares information and likes to teach and likes to educate and make money from education. That's the name of the game. Do you know what that means? It means running ads is more expensive. It's more competitive. More people are running ads. It's harder to compete on search engines. It's harder to rank on the map pack. It's harder to rank with search engine optimization. It's not gonna be for you guys because you're watching my video. I'm gonna teach you everything, but I just wanted you guys to keep that in mind. If you look at Basic Economics 101, supply and demand, YouTubers and everybody and all these influencers are coming out of the woodworks and talking about make money from junk removal. So if we have the supply going up, lots of junk haulers, YouTubers make $1,000 a day, and we are flooding the market with all of these new junk haulers, but the demand stays the same. What's gonna happen? We're all fighting for the same demand. Demand is not going up near as fast as the supply. The awareness of junk removal, actually, sidebar, really quick, we're gonna actually go to the 5th wall over here. I don't know what it's called. Really think about this. Prior to me, did you know about, like, have you ever hired a junk removal company? And be honest, or even kind of ever thought about it? No. Right, you're like, I'll throw my own shit away. Yeah. So, point being, my friend just said he didn't ever really think of it. We just kind of throw our own shit away. So if the supply is going up and the demand and awareness is staying the same, most people do not really even know it's an option or even think about it. So just keep that in mind, guys, that the awareness is going up with junk removal. It is. Slowly people are starting to learn more about junk removal, but the supply is going up faster than the demand. That's just basic economics 101. You guys don't need me to teach you that, but that is what's happening. Not to scare you guys, in the next section, I'm gonna teach you how to win, how to beat your competition, how to stand out, and how to actually win these leads and destroy the out of everybody. What we just last spoke about was what changed in the last 3 years. And it was kind of scary. I told you competition, influencers, YouTubers up the space and blah, blah. But don't be worried. Andrew is here to save the day. How I would win today, because it used to be easy. I have an extensive background in tech, running ads, building websites, and programming in general, building computers and setting up networking LAN centers, and I did it all. So building my website and running ads was very easy for me. Most people don't have that ability to just know how to build a website and run ads. And even if you hire an agency, sometimes you don't know if you're gonna pick the wrong agency and they don't run your ads properly. Unfortunately, even if you did, there's a lot more competition on Google Ads. So it's not just as easy to throw Google Ads up and just purely survive off Google Ads like I did 3 years ago. I ran Google Ads aggressively. As I'm running those Google Ads, I was building a customer database of repeat customers and referrals. So I was building a solid business from Google Ads. And then naturally my SEO started to go up because I was getting a load of reviews and I was kicking ass. I started to grow, but it's not that easy anymore. So we're gonna talk about what I would do now so that you guys can win. It goes without saying, pounding the pavement is number one. And I know this is common sense, but it's very important for you guys to understand that yard signs are by far the most effective get jobs right now. And it's not like you can run Google Ads and let it go and leads just start coming in, or you do SEO for 6 months and then organic leads start flooding in. It is something that you continuously have to do, and it's frustrating, but it is guaranteed. Every 100 yard signs that you put out, I promise you, you will make at least $2,000 to $3,000 on the low end to $10,000 on the high end. I don't know how much money you have saved up, but minimum 500 yard signs, try to get 1,000 or 2,000 yard signs. And if you have some money saved up, order a load of them, okay? 5,000 from China. But if you don't have that kind of money, use my affiliate link down below. Please, use eMarketing, gives you amazing, they're the best prices. Trust me, yard signs are your best single channel source. Pounding the pavement with yard signs and in-person sales with gift baskets. Get 100 brown paper bags, 200 of them on Amazon, the little brown paper bags for like 20 bucks. Go to the Dollar Tree, get a load of Dollar Tree candy, put it in the gift baskets, put your business cards in there. Use tracking numbers on the yard signs, by the way, and tracking numbers on the business cards, and go sell yourself. I promise you, those are the two most effective methods of pounding the pavement. This is the quickest way to get out there, and you will make money from putting out yard signs. Let's talk about the non-easy stuff. Social media content marketing on Facebook and Facebook ads. Two completely separate different things. Run Facebook ads. Facebook ads are your best friend. I'm actually doing a mentorship. If you invest into Autopilot, see the link down below where we are going to dive super deep into Facebook ads. And I also have YouTube videos you can look at too. But you can run Facebook ads and spend $5 to $10 a day and start getting leads tomorrow. Go YouTube, how to run junk removal Facebook ads. But immediately you're putting out yard signs, you're doing the gift baskets, you're spending $10 a day on Facebook ads. Now, that's Facebook paid ads. For the Facebook social media part, you need to grow your friends list to 5,000 people from local community groups in your area. Real estate local community groups, go into these groups, add 100 to 500 people a day, build your Facebook audience to local people in your area, and go crazy on your Facebook page. You need to become your brand. If you look at my Facebook profile, my cover image is all about my brand. It's all about my company. I have a professional cover image. I have 5,000 friends. So when you boost posts, you reach your audience, and then people like your audience. So if you have 5,000 friends that are realtors in your area and people in buy sell groups, yard sale groups, just local community groups of your cities, you have 5,000 people that are your potential audience, and it just makes your profile so much more effective when you boost posts and you run ads. I had a $10,000 or $15,000 hoarder house clean out from Facebook from a friend that I added 2 years later. People sleep on the power of Facebook social media. It takes work. Adding 100 people, 500 people a day, it takes 120 seconds to go ding, ding, ding. It's annoying, but trust me, it's worth the 2 minutes that it takes. And then SEO. You have to have an 80-page website. If you don't have an 80-page website, I have a 50-page website and an 80-page website for sale. You can see the links below. But if you were to hire any agency to build you a website with 80 pages or 50 pages, it'd cost you $15,000. I'm selling badass websites, 50 pages and 80 pages for $300 and $500. You're never gonna find anything like this. But why do you need so many pages? It is so important for search engine optimization to have more pages with good content and good quality backlinks, which we'll talk about, not in this video. Go search my YouTube channel. But the more pages you have, the more keywords you can rank for. The more keywords you can rank for, the more you show up on search engines, the more traffic you get. People type crazy shit into Google. It's not people just looking for junk removal. Somebody might say, how do I get rid of a fridge? Somebody might say, I need my fence removed. You don't know what people are gonna type in, so the more pages you have, the more you can rank for. You have to start your SEO journey early, and I have tons of recommendations on how to do SEO and where to go to not get screwed. Go look at my videos, guys. I have so much on that. And this How to Start a Junk Removal Business in 2025 is going to be a playlist series where I'm going to dive deep into each topic. So please make sure you subscribe if you want to dive deep with me, because we are going deep. To sum that up, guys, pound the pavement with in-person sales gift baskets, yard signs, minimum 200 a month, Facebook paid ads, Facebook social media and content marketing. When I say content marketing, on top of adding all your friends, you do need to be posting content. Posts with videos of you doing jobs and reels of you doing jobs, and there's so much in depth. I'm gonna do a whole series on content marketing for your home service business, and start doing SEO for that 80-page website, 100-page, 50 pages, and start doing your SEO as soon as possible. But you gotta make sure you hire the right company. And then last but not least, your Google business profile. So you can start ranking for your Google business profile and start getting lots of reviews so you show up in the map pack. There's so much to talk about in each of these sections, but this is just a short, sweet, semi-long how to start a junk removal in 2025 business. But guys, that is what I would do differently, and it's not necessarily different, but it kind of is with Andrew's little twist. And if you have any questions, you guys know to comment down below, and to show that you watched this video in its entirety. And if you got value from this video, I want to confuse everybody who comes to this video. I want you to put 3 eggplant emojis in the comments down below. Whoever leaves 3 eggplant emojis, I will pick a winner at random using a random comment picker to give out a Sawzall with an XC 5.0 battery. This is a $400 setup, guys. If you're seeing this video before my mentorship program, which starts November 6th, you guys can check that out. It's gonna be 4 months of mentoring. It is gonna be crazy. I'm going deep. I'm gonna teach automations, scraping, running paid ads, so much, guys. As always, I leave you guys with this. Success is often covered in dirt, but so was gold at one point. Toodles! Whoosh.